going to break our own record, which is 8 rooms in a day. And I think we're going to end around 1 a.m. So, wish us luck. ESCAPETHEROOMers, this is our first stop in Escape House, 7:30 in the morning with my coffee. Let's go. Oh, I forgot to mention, we're doing the classroom today. So it's going to be a bit challenging. Let's see how that goes. Oh, it's this one.
I see N here. Hey, ESCAPETHEROOMers, Brandon here. We are at Escape House in New Braunfels, Texas, and I'm with Dwayne. Dwayne, how are you?
Hey, good to see you both.
We had an awesome time trying out their room today, the classroom. A lot of stuff to do in that room. Oh boy. How many locks did you say apparently is in that room?
I think there's about 27 individual different things that you have to do in the room.
Make sure you like stock up on coffee before you go in there and you are wide awake, ready to go. How many rooms do you have here at this location?
We have 5 rooms total.
Okay.
3 of our rooms are what we term our larger rooms for 6 to 12 players. And then 2 of the rooms will hold 2 to 6. So if we had just a couple coming in, we'd want to put them in one of our small rooms, but we can accommodate 12. Sometimes we'll squeeze an extra person or 2, and when you start getting 13, 14 people, you can get a lot of stuff done pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, and the rooms are pretty decent size, so you can divide and conquer, or for the most part, because you do accommodate a lot of corporate events, right? So
yeah, and we have quite a few businesses come out. They do corporate team building, and they'll use it as an incentive for their employees. They can all come out. If you have 12, 14 people in an office, you can all go in one room.
Oh yeah. Have you ever like completely filled every single room operating at the same time?
Oh yeah, very frequently. And Saturdays especially, as our Saturday evenings, we'll have all 5 rooms running.
Wow. So they offer 5 rooms, and the room that we tried, the classroom, is one of the, well, it's not the oldest room or the newer room. It's kind of like right in the middle, right?
Right, yeah. Our forensic classroom is basically designed around a theme of you're in learning about forensic science, about everything from looking at fingerprints or blood typing or footprints, and you will use those skills to get through the classroom and pass your final exam.
Yeah, we passed.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, when did Escape House open? Like, when did you guys open? Well, this is the only location that you have,
yes,
right? When did you open?
We opened in May of 2016, so we're a little over 3 years we've been here. Put about 55, maybe 60,000 people through so far in those 3 years.
Okay. And Dwayne and his wife, they both own this company together. And do you guys build everything yourselves?
Yep. Every prop, every clue, puzzle, lock. We had to do quite a bit of testing. We had invite people, friends of ours in the community, to come and test rooms out. We brainstormed for months ahead of time before changing a room through, and then putting it together.
Okay.
And it's funny, after you do this for a while, you'll walk through a store, a Home Depot or something, you'll see some weird piece of furniture, you think that would make a great clue, and you end up buying it, and that's.
So you usually draw your concepts based on that pattern where you'll see something weird and you'll be like, oh, that might be something to create for something like this, and then build that out. That's interesting.
And put that in the memory bank for later, and then when we want to design a new room around it, I get a lot of inspiration from looking at online. I'll do a whole bunch of online walkthroughs and watch how puzzles are done. There's some great ideas in the online walkthrough, taking a thing, putting hot water in, freezing it instantly with liquid nitrogen and using it as a key would be great, but that's not a practical thing that you can have in your escape room. So.
Right. Well, I mean, it could be done if you did it like.
Yeah, it would be insanely expensive, and that's the other part of when you design an escape room, it has to almost be foolproof. You have to have very rugged props, things that people can drop or lose, or you don't want to lock the latch that will open. Right. And so we have found certain brands of locks are just terrible choices, and some other ones are very hardy and rugged, and they've lasted for the whole 3 years. Some props we've had to replace multiple times. Something simple like a UV flashlight, we've gone through 100 of them.
You guys got to be careful. They're coming out of pocket to provide you, especially Dwayne. His locks are so intricate. There's a lot that we have never seen before, and we really appreciate the fact that you're showing us something different. So the next time we kind of have an idea of like, oh, we've seen this before at Dwayne, so now we know how to, open it and crack it open quick.
Hey ESCAPETHEROOMers, we're here with Dwayne and we're going to fire away with our 5 key question segment. Our first question is, what is your favorite food type?
My favorite food, we have the best Mexican restaurant in town.
Oh, okay. What is that called?
Adobe Cafe.
Adobe Cafe.
Yes.
That sounds really good. Okay, so I'm guessing Mexican. Good answer. Okay. Second question is, have you tried other escape rooms before?
We played at a few. We actually, my inspiration came from one in Nashville.
Okay.
We played that place and thought we've got to bring this to San Antonio, to New Braunfels. We didn't have anything like it. There was a few in San Antonio and a few in Austin at the time, but it's exploded since then. That was probably 5 years ago.
Right, and this is really great if you're like on your trip to passing from San Antonio to Austin or back. They're like right in the middle. So, third question for you: any favorite vacation spots?
We've done a couple trips up to New Mexico, up to the mountains and Cloudcroft and that area. It's just beautiful up there. The air is a little thin, but it's nice and cool. It's great going outside, and the height is 80 degrees in the middle of the summer. It's kind of
that's like the AC for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And fourth question: would you, if you had to ask you like one word to describe your escape room location, how would you describe it?
Family friendly.
Family friendly. Yeah, we did hear a lot about that in Texas. So that's really great because their room size actually, accommodates family really well. Last question for you: a hobby or something that people don't know about you? Like, it could be like on the side talent or.
I collect meteorites.
Ooh, that's really fun. Okay, is that like actual from
space? Yeah. There's a lot of them around. If you.
Yeah, that sounds like a theme, like a theme for a spaceship escape room is coming soon.
Yeah, if it's getting an escape room put together and changing a theme, it's not a cheap endeavor.
Yeah, so. I know for sure. All right, thank you so much. That was fun.
Let's talk about the classroom in particular in terms of your inspiration for creativity, because that's what we just did. Where did you come up with the concept for that? Was it like a little kid's desk? Like, oh, it'd be cool if we had a classroom with a little kid's desk and, take it from there?
We had originally opened that room when we first opened designed as a kid's classroom. It was supposed to be for children 6 to 12 years old. The puzzles in there were pre-verbal. You didn't have to know how to read. You could do colors and shapes and numbers and things, and you could just solve those puzzles. But what we found was, the really young kids, 6, 7-year-olds, they needed their parents' help. They were in the room with them anyway. Once they were old enough to read, they were able to go into the adult rooms and sometimes solve some of the problems easier and quicker than the adults because they weren't looking for some extraneous meaning. The kid's not going to walk along the wall thinking, maybe these bumps are braille, I need to figure out what that says. They're just really straightforward stuff. And we try to come up with clues that are what I like to call head slappers. You kind of look at it for a while, you look at it for a while, like, of course, whack, that's what it is. So.
Right. Well, we had an amazing time in the classroom, and there was a lot of work to be done, and thanks for the heads up, because we hit the ground running as soon as we entered. For the future for Escape House, because we like to give our viewers some insight into what is to be expected in the near future, what can you tell us? Like, are you expanding, franchising, swapping out rooms, building more?
We hadn't planned on that. We're pretty happy with what we have. We're not looking to expand or build out or franchise out. This is a mom and pop store. I mean, literally every single thing is designed by us, it's set through us, and you know, we have challenges with advertising and trying to figure out the best way to reach people and to give them some value, but we've been very happy with our size. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 escape rooms in the state that can accommodate more people than this.
This location is huge. This floor to ceiling is at least like, wow.
Yeah, 14-foot ceilings.
14
We've got
feet ceiling. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we-
you have a lot of room to play with, especially, well, actually, do you have anything that's like above, like arm's width, like up top in terms of like challenges like that, or?
Not really. Most of the stuff's down low where people can get in it.
Okay.
But the facility total is 4,500 square feet, so it's very spacious. Our rooms are huge. There's I think one of the other people that reviewed our room said that one of our props, our sinks, and our Egypt room is actually bigger than the smallest escape room that they've ever played. Just the
I believe you. It's probably like some escape room in New York City somewhere where it's like a closet. Well, one last question. So, well, actually, if you guys are looking to host your corporate events, definitely check out Escape House. They can accommodate. They have a lot of room. We're actually in their lobby area. They have a ping pong table here. They have a bunch of things for you to do. Do you have a party room also?
Yep.
They have a party room to accommodate as well, and then you can swap out with different escape rooms, come out and eat and then talk, and I think it's a great experience to like have.
We've had a few bachelorette parties. We've had a couple of surprises where at the end the groom has a ring for his fiance, so that's kind of fun. It's always neat to see stuff like
and
that.
plenty of parking outside if you're bringing your whole entire office with you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dwayne. We had an amazing time.